Wait, 100% of your off-season paycheck was in Bitcoin. 46 different transactions from being elevated, practice squad, release. And your journey in the NFL has been incredible and I think a testament of perseverance.
My coach taught me this. NFL stands for not for long, you know. It's not gonna last. It hurts getting cut, bro. I mean, it's a blessing going to the Super Bowl. It's a blessing, for sure. I feel like we got the short end of the stick.
We are in the era of AI, right? Can you help break down algorithmic trading?
As we're speaking, man, as I'm on the field, my algos are trading for me, man. It's the beauty of AI. It can eliminate a lot of the stuff that us humans don't really want to do or don't have the time to do.
It's amazing, man. You can use it as a superpower.
Yeah, I feel like it's just unlocking another level of confidence, you know? It's going to let me take chances I've never took on the field.
Let's go, baby. Welcome to another episode of the Athletes and Assets podcast. I'm your host, Noah Lack, and I bring on your favorite athletes to chat about a business topic. Today, we got my guy, Alex Barrett, former San Diego State alum, San Francisco 49er defensive end, and the founder of Barrett Capital, using AI, algorithmic trading in the hedge fund space. What, man? Bang, bang, Niner gang. Alex, thanks so much for joining us, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, let's skip the small talk. Did you push up from Santa Clara for the 101 or 280?
101. Did I mess up?
Man.
280 is actually beautiful.
Beautiful.
You're right. I was on the 280 just 2 days ago, or actually yesterday, going from Los Altos. So yeah, 280. I do like 280 drive.
Man, 280 is nice. I think 101's a little quicker. It makes sense why you do 101.
Yeah.
But 280, I genuinely think 280 is one of the nicest highways in the world.
Honestly,
like,
driving it, I'm like, why am I not using this freeway, as much as I should be? I'm new to the area. Well, I'm not new, but I'm just exploring more,
Yeah.
City coming up. Over the last 2 years, we've been coming up a lot more. Just been busy with ball and grinding, so don't get to explore much.
Do you live in Arizona in the off seasons?
No, I live here full time now.
You're here full time.
Yeah, so I'm been here, met my fiance January 1st. That's when we started dating. And then, we got engaged within 2 years. And then, we've been living together for, about 3 years, going on our fourth. So
yeah, that's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Fiance, that's a big deal.
Well, fiance, now wife.
Now you got the ring on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, been a big blessing. So that's what's kept me here.
Yeah.
Off seasons I used to spend in Arizona. I used to train out of a place called Source Performance.
Okay.
Just the transition, bro. It's just life.
I imagine it's a little more expensive here than Arizona.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It is. This is exactly why I started, I gotta create a side hustle. I gotta create some source of income to help pay these bills out here and, provide for my family. So.
100%. We'll definitely dive into all that, man. But I just want to, I think you wouldn't be able to do this if you didn't go through a lot of what you've gone through in your journey.
Yep.
And your journey in the NFL has been incredible, and I think of a testament of perseverance. Mm-hmm. I mean, we started at San Diego State, right? Had a really great career there, senior captain, and went undrafted, but you kind of found a way to stick around.
Yeah, man. My San Diego State experience was amazing. Played good football. We had great coaches. So I give all my glory to these coaches from my past high school, college. It just made me the player I was. So when I got to the league, I was, my identity was kind of just hard work, So I kind of just kept that with me, instilled in me. That's what I believe in, and I've always believed hard work pays off. So getting to the league as an undrafted free agent, that's kind of my mindset, man. I gotta earn my right to stay here. So definitely took that approach.
Started with the Lions.
Yep.
Then the Raiders.
Yep. And
it seems like the 49ers love you. I mean, they've kept you around for a while, and has it been? I guess what has it been like? I mean, you're going. Was it year 8 for you now? Or?
Yeah, I'm going on year 8. So. Undrafted to the Detroit Lions. First year was under Jim Caldwell. Second year was under Matt Patricia. Second year I went through a transition, kind of like a hybrid outside linebacker. At one point in spring ball I was playing, they wanted me to play Mike linebacker, so they kind of saw that for me. Just was a tough transition in the amount of time I had. Also during that year in 2018, my father passed away, so it was very tough.
Rest in peace.
I had to go home, take care of my family. and then pop back with like the fear of like missing ball, and missing my opportunity. So it was just tough. And then, so that second year was really kind of like, practice squad, at least 4 weeks with the Detroit Lions. And then the rest of the year I just spent training. So I literally just locked in, got it with a really great trainer out of Detroit. His name is David Lawrence out of Mecca Gym. So really changed my game, how I ate, how I trained, turned me into a better athlete. So and then, I was blessed and fortunate enough to, have an opportunity with the AAF. And from there, my, journey, I feel like began, Yeah, so it was pretty crazy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but throughout this time from the the AAF to your time with the Niners, 46 different transactions from being elevated, practice squad release, elevated, practice squad release. Should I be asking the question, how do you have the stomach for it, or like how do you have the perseverance for it, or like is it just a situation where they have y'all have so much trust and such a good relationship that it didn't really matter? What should I be asking you here?
Yeah, so it's what I'm gonna tell you. So like Jan 1st. So I got to think now right here because this is it was 2020 year. I came in. So AAF, finished up with AAF, right? Played really good ball there, 8 games. League went bankrupt, crazy. I just knew I gave it all on the field. So like I just let God take care of the rest. Was blessed, signed with the Oakland Raiders. And then I, went through the offseason with them, training camp with them, was doing really well. High ankle sprain. High ankle sprain set me back. Ended up settling with them and got like a 4-week settlement. So that was like literally my first credited season in the league. And then from there I was at home and literally just grinding. And then my stint with the Niners started in November of 2019. So went on that run with the Super Bowl in 2019, and then brings me to 2020 and my first year of seeing like, a full training camp off season with the team. Literally before we started training camp that year, the first transaction happened with the Niners where they released me literally 2 weeks before I reported. And they told me to stick around. And so I stuck around. I was here for about a week, and then they brought me in last 4 days of camp. And I kind of had like 4 days to show what, I was about.
Yeah.
And I mean, I came out, I remember like having like a couple sacks in one of the practices. And then, doing the best I could within the 4 days to show that I can do something. And obviously it wasn't enough time, came down to it in 2020, and they released me. Went home literally 2020 for 3 weeks and, just was training, man. You got to get back on the ball. You got to go. You just got to start training.
Yeah.
Attacking it, being ready. You got to stay ready. Instead of having to like panic and get ready.
Yeah.
That's kind of my mindset there. But so 3 weeks in 2020, they call me, bring me back, practice squad role, take it, run with it, bro. I'm doing everything I could, and it was really crazy that year because a lot of transactions did happen. It was released, activated, release, activated. At that time, it was 2020, so we kind of earned that trust. This is going to happen a lot,
Yeah.
Just how the league was working then. So
yeah.
But that league was, or that league year was a blessing in disguise. I got 7 games in. It was during COVID. You know, so it brought the excitement of ball back. Like I fell back in love with the game. I
mean, you can almost I almost feel like you get numb to it. Just like, okay, well, they'll probably bring me back or whatever. And most players probably can't say that. Fast forward, you're at the Super Bowl last year. Talk about that, man. I mean, how far you've come. You're at the Super Bowl. Family's there. What was that experience like, man?
Man, Super Bowl experience that year, I will say. I mean, it's a blessing going to the Super Bowl. It's a blessing for sure. My family was there. They got to watch the game. I mean, it's a milestone. Going to the Super Bowl is a milestone. As a team, obviously, you want to win. You want to take it home. But it's a game of inches, man. So, literally, it's like you can't even explain the feeling when you're out there. But anytime, I've been with the Niners for going on my 6th season. So anytime, we take the field, it's a blessing. Anytime, winning a game, it takes a lot. It's a team camaraderie. It's like a team sport. So it hits hard, when you don't, achieve that goal together. So but I mean, experience-wise, man, it was a good time. It was a good time. We were in Vegas. I know my girls had a good time. My family had a good time. So.
You had to be careful in Vegas, man. Can't have too much fun before the game. It's tempting. It's tempting.
Yeah, it's good though, because they had us on lockdown. We have our routine. I feel like we got the short end of the stick with we had to practice at least 40 minutes away from the stadium. We got to stay in the nicer hotel.
Were you in like Henderson?
Casey got it.
Or was Casey in Henderson?
It was Henderson. It was Henderson, yeah.
Which is like not Vegas.
Yeah, it was not. So,
Henderson, Nevada is not Vegas.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, they did it right. It was just tough with the commute and all that stuff. But I mean, whatever. It is what it is, you know.
For sure. And I think a big reason why the Niners, you guys got there, was your DN. I mean, the line. You got from Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead. From your perspective, what's it like being teammates with them from a preparation standpoint, but also obviously the talent that you've worked with on a day in, day out basis?
Just being surrounded by the D-line group we have. I mean, there's true pros. They take care of themselves off the field, and they handle their business on the field. They play the game the right way. That's why they're successful. And they're obsessed with their work. They're obsessed with their craft, So being surrounded by that, you can't only but, want to do the same thing.
Sure.
It's either you're keeping up with the pack or you're falling behind. So it's made me a better player. That's how I've been able to stick around,
Yeah.
I see the best out there, so I can see and replicate, okay, this is what I got to do differently. This is what I could change up. This is what it should look like. So I better figure out how to get there and make it look like that, So that's my goal every year, is to try to, just be a better athlete every time I step into training camp. So that's what I focus on. So it's been a blessing to be around these guys. They're like brothers to me, so I can hit them up anytime and we could talk about anything. We can, we got each other's backs for life.
The D-line probably is the funniest skill group on the team, position group on the team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I didn't have a storied football career, but I've always noticed the D-line is hilarious.
Yeah, we got some goofy people.
You got any guys you can shout out that are just, or any funny stories you can say that, through either with Eric or Nick or someone else, the D-line has always got something to say.
Man, I think that we've had some characters, man. My favorite D lineman to play with was Arden Key back in 2021.
Okay,
it was just always something. Brought energy every day, bro.
Yeah,
he was just blew up our room in a good way, Brought personality out of us and all this stuff. So it made it fun, It made it fun. You can just walk around the locker room and everyone's talking shit. So it's hilarious, bro.
It's great, man. A football locker room. Oh my goodness, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Let me start here, man. Why you could be doing anything? Why hedge funds?
Hedge funds for me, it makes sense for what I'm doing. It allows me to leverage my technology and have my investors take part of that. And really, the hedge fund is really just protection. Legally, the structure of everything within my fund, it's just protection to make sure my investors are protected and me, the account manager, is protected. So that's why, really. So.
Let's take it back. What was the point where you started trading stocks? You were interested in the public markets. Investing was interesting to you. It clicks for different guys at different points. I think now in college, now that NIL is happening, guys are finding these spaces earlier. Not to date you, probably you were pre-NIL era. So I know it sucks. Yeah. And when I tell that to an athlete, they go,
"Bro, the NIL game is crazy. They're making so much money, bro."
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like, you got guys in the league, they're making more money than me.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
And some of them don't deserve it.
Yeah. I mean, you're too young. You really don't know what to do with that much money.
Yeah.
So you spend it on dumb stuff. And you're just not mature enough to handle that much money yet.
No, 100%. So when was it for you? When did you start investing?
My first investment started what year was that? 2020. I purchased, I hired a team to run an Amazon store. So I got involved in the e-commerce space.
Okay.
So I went down that, I don't even know that venture and tried it out. I was all about if I can create passive income for myself while I'm on the field, at least I'm setting myself up, So it was a lot of trial and error with the Amazon stores. E-commerce is a different space. It was drop shipping. Now they cracked down on all that stuff because people were literally just buying products from Walmart and upselling them on Amazon. So people were getting Walmart packages out their door, but they ordered it from Amazon. Like, what the heck's going on? Yeah. So that was my first run. Obviously, as you could tell, it wasn't successful. Made some money, made some income, so I knew it was possible. And I had many people and partners that actually ran successful stores. So that's where I kind of first dabbled into investing in myself. And then it was actually 2019 when I purchased my first course. Ricky Gutierrez, he's out of Arizona actually. I was referred to him by a buddy of mine, Frank Genda, who we were, we were just coming out of our AAF league and we were talking, networking, trying to figure out, hey, how can we make some plays? And he was trading. He took advantage of a trade opportunity that I literally put him on, like when we were going through the course, and he made like $75K on that trade, just in stocks. So wow. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, he was just following reports.
What stock was it?
It was, honestly, I don't remember at the time. I literally shot it to him, and he actually went through and did the research on it, and then took the position. Because I was just, based off what we were being taught in our course, these are the things we should look for. So,
and what was this course again?
It was just learn, plan, profit. It was Ricky's course. He's out of Arizona. He's a successful day trader. Okay. He trades commodities and really just goes off reports. I mean, he knows his stuff, bro. Yeah. He was 21 at the time, millionaire, just trading, bro. And obviously, in the course world, we all know someone has a course out there if they're trying to be an entrepreneur and trying to sell something. So
everybody has a course.
I took that chance, though. So I took that chance, and it really just said it just taught me there's definitely more ways to make money out there than just football. So took that course, went through it, kind of was got some interest there, and then. Obviously, I got signed with the Niners later, got busy, but then the offseason circles back around. Had some money in my pocket.
You got time.
Yeah, I got time, a little bit of money. And with that blessing of going to the Super Bowl, I was able to purchase my first property too. I always knew too, just from people I was surrounded by, met a teammate of mine, Hakeem Valles. He played tight end with Detroit. He would tell us investment-wise, like he was looking to purchase multi homes or duplexes and multi-family homes, quadplexes, triplexes. So he kind of taught us that, and his loophole there was using your FHA loan to do that. So, that's kind of what I wanted to do, but I couldn't really find that duplex I wanted in Arizona. So what I ended up doing is buying a condo and just Airbnb in it. So still have that going, still have that in management with my manager out there that takes care of my property. Yeah. So, success with my Airbnb property it's all right. It's, pay some bills here and there.
Sure. But it's not the main focus, obviously.
It's not the main focus. So, but that's kind of my investment journey. I was kind of just like,
trying different stuff,
learning from others and applying it and see how I can apply it to my life and trying different things. A lot of trial and error. Like I took an L's,
Yeah. So I always ask about the the teammate stuff, right? Like because your introduction to a lot of this stuff is guys that you've trusted in the locker room, and I feel like a lot of players that become business partners or do deals with each other, it's because they actually build a camaraderie on the field, and then they're like, okay, let's see what you have going on off the field. Yep. And, you are probably more interested in learning from your teammate versus, an 80-year-old professor in school that, you may have to go back and take a course and learn from. I'm not saying that's not a good route, but for you, you're an elite athlete, you're an NFL player, you got to learn differently.
Yep.
And, trial by fire.
Well, one of the biggest things is trust.
Yeah.
I mean, if you trust a guy in your locker room, I mean, you're going to trust what they're going through, and it's just a different level of trust. But yeah, you were saying it perfectly, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get back to Barrett Capital, man.
Yeah.
So what is the goal? What is your ultimate goal with Barrett Capital?
So my ultimate goal really is to just bring passive income to athletes and investors.
Through your hedge fund strategy.
Through my hedge fund strategy, yes. And my strategy is just AI trading software. Literally, that is it. It's that simple. We have development. We have a team of skilled, coders and traders that, help build out our strategies. And really, we're just taking advantage of them on the market, man.
Man, let's really dive in. Let's talk about this, man.
Yeah.
So first of all, we are in the era of AI, right? Yep. All I hear here is in this building is AI.
Yeah.
Great. What does that mean for you? And first of all, can you help break down algorithmic trading? I think that's where your AI comes into. Algorithmic trading, from my words, is like setting up different automatic functions of when to make a trade decision. How would you put that in your words?
So when we talk of the language of code, I couldn't really break down a lot of the stuff to you.
Sure.
Our coders do that.
Sure.
But what we do is we bring a skilled trader with a skilled strategy that they use in the markets, and we bring that to the coder, and they code it for us and turn it into the AI trading software that we can connect to our different accounts. We have software in the Forex market, so it connects to a platform called MT4, and we have software in Bitcoin. So we can really, depending on the server and the connectivity, we can connect really our algorithms to any market, any broker, so any software. So it's really that's just if our algorithm's compatible for that. But all the it's really kind of that simple. We're kind of just taking the traders strategy and collabing with our coders to really build out an AI software that we can literally just run once we get it connected to an account for literally 24/7 for crypto and 24/5 for our Forex.
Got it. So for crypto, you're setting a system in place where like your team is setting a system in place where you can make decisions automatically based on a certain level of inputs or timing of the market. So you don't have to be, so you physically don't have to be online like staring at your computer.
Yep.
That's kind of the point. It helps you do it while you can drive up to Santa Clara.
It helps you do, bro. It's doing it right. It's doing it right now.
Okay.
It's doing it right now. Our crypto one just depends on what account you're connected to. We have a majority of our investors in a crypto bot right now.
So who the heck is your team? Like, how did you find you have coders on your team? Like, how does that work?
So it's just being involved in the space, man. Over the last 3 years, my journey on the football field has been very quiet. Give my all every camp. Supposedly, based off what I'm hearing, like balling out in training camps, but, fall short of making the team. And, I've been a practice squad guy for at least 3 years now with the Niners. And, with that time, I've kind of just taken advantage of, taking risk and learning other things. I got involved in the NFT space. I kind of try to, build a partnership with a trader at the time too. I was just like, hey, can you trade for me? We can split profits, have agreements like that. Kind of learned through all these situations and came across, algorithm licensing, which based from a community that I licensed the algos from. And when I started going down that licensing route and figuring out that people were doing this, I brought it to some of my partners out here in Castro Valley that run ARC Technologies.
Okay.
That's when everything kind of sparked. Like, hey, we can do this ourselves. They had 11 years of trading background. They went to trading school at Trade Academy. I think it's in San Jose. And then, they had back when they went to school, they had a coder I mean, so our first development was a crude oil bot. So we really, it's just being in all these things and trying these different things. And I met ARC Technology, my partners there, through the NFT that I was in, I took a part of, and NFT space was crazy. I don't know if you were in it or you.
Not
but
me
man,
personally.
it was lots of money was made. Lots of people, if they did
and
it
lost
smartly,
as well,
and lost. Yeah, it goes both ways. That's everything.
Yeah.
So like, but just I took L's there. I took L's in some NFTs I bought that didn't do nothing. But with that, I met a community of investors, and one of them happened to live out here, and we connected. So through that L, it was like a blessing.
So the coders, are they employees of Barrett Capital? Or are you outsourcing like some of the tech? Like, so how does that work?
Yeah,
from,
so
employment?
I have two different. So I'm outsourcing tech for our crypto with ARC Technologies.
Got it.
They're my partners. They're running the crypto bot.
Got it.
And then I have my own, which is through our Forex side. That's where I have my coder and I have my trader that are working on strategies as we speak, every day in and day out, and making sure everything's good to where we can literally just plug and play this thing.
So between ARC and your Forex team,
yep,
they're incorporating the AI. And how much have you learned about AI in the past couple of years? I mean, have you had to go down the rabbit hole? Like how was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm going down the rabbit hole right now. Like I'm learning more about AI and how we can apply it to our daily lives, and it's really it's crazy.
AI is fascinating.
Really is. It is. I went to a NVIDIA conference out here in San Jose. I think it was during OTA, so like 2 months ago.
Did you get to meet Jensen Huang?
I didn't meet him, but I saw him. We saw him. He was surrounded by and swarmed with people. But they some of their
like, yo, come to a game.
Yeah, it was a good outing. Like I went with a couple guys, and we got to see all the AI tech and stuff they're coming out with, robots, etc. Like it blew me away. Blew me away. I wanted to go to see if I had a way to, network with somebody that can help me take my AI trading to the next level.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I think when I first started learning about AI, I thought it was just like this one thing. It's just like throw in AI and boom.
Yeah.
But what I've learned about AI is there's multiple types of AI. There's like machine learning.
Yep.
There's deep learning. There's neural networks, computer vision. I'm not an expert in any of this stuff, but do you guys, your team uses, I think, machine learning, right?
Machine learning,
to help with the algorithms. Yeah. And what it is, to my understanding, is harvesting all this data on the market.
That's exactly what it is.
To help you make the best decision possible.
Absolutely. Our bots make the best decisions possible. More so than a human, and the best thing about AI trading is it takes away from human emotion. I've dabbled, during some seasons to where, I play some trades, and before a heavy day of practice, I'm probably, checking my charts at 3:00 in the morning to make sure, I'm not taking a big L, and it's just stressful, man.
It's
I
time
definitely
on
don't
task.
advise it to, anybody anybody playing ball to do that during season. But that's where it kind of led me to find a passive route of doing things, which was with the AI. So
yeah, 100%. It makes life easier, but smarter. Like,
smarter.
Like
it's like, as we're speaking, man, as I'm on the field, my algos for trading for me, man. It's been the biggest blessing.
Are they trading right now while we're speaking?
They're trading right now.
It's Saturday.
It is
but
Saturday.
Crypto is fine.
Crypto is, yeah.
But for the market.
Yep. We're in currently 3 trades for one of our big accounts.
Okay.
So
that's big time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What about, do you still get up though, super early, 5 a.m.? Because West Coast, it's hard to be a stock trader on the West Coast, man. You got to get up super early.
You got to get up super early. No, just because of our algorithms, once we plug them in, it's doing its work for us.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of AI. It can eliminate a lot of the stuff that us humans, don't really want to do or don't have the time to do.
It's amazing, man. You can use it as a superpower.
Yeah, it really is. So it's like, if you can leverage this and with your, your investment portfolio, bro, it's like it's a game changer. Like if I can have it my way, I'm going to my locker room being like, hey, everyone stop what you're doing. This is what you should get involved in,
Wow.
Just be like, you need to have some kind of income off the field, a cash flowing income, creating other opportunities either way, like however you want, you need to be generating something. You need to create some kind of income that's helping you cover a lot of your liabilities.
Do you tell guys that, and you feel like it goes in through one ear, out through the other?
Yeah. Again, I've worked with. I talk. If guys ask me questions, that's what I try to encourage. I spoke to the rookies, like, ask questions. Ask your vetted guys questions. Like, when they're coming into the league, what's the biggest thing I did was just like, I mirrored like the guy I wanted to be like. I mirrored this vetted guy who's been in the league for 15 years. What is he doing? I'm watching what he's doing. If I can ask him, if I have the courage to ask him, I'll ask him, hey, why do you do this? Hey, so that's kind of, you got to leverage, your vets at that time to, be as long as they've been in the league or, better,
Yeah.
So I encourage the guys, and now I'm trying to encourage these guys to ask investment questions, ask those, types of questions. There is the game, but the game is not everything. You know what I mean?
Sure.
For me, I came to this decision to start this hedge fund and, making money off the field because it's just not every year I step into a training camp and compete for a 53-man roster spot. There's no guarantee, man.
Yeah.
And a guy like me being undrafted, 8 years in, stigmas around me. Oh, he's never changed. The same type of player. Oh, he's old now. I just turned 30. Oh, 8 years.
30 years young.
Yeah, 30 years young, bro. They don't know. They don't know. So it is, stigma coming in. I didn't have the best pro day performance, not the best numbers. Even though, I've worked on all that stuff and I know I've tested better before, like they don't care. They just care about what they care about.
Sure.
With the statistics, what you did then. And they don't know a man's journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't know that they've put in tons of freaking work off the field to be able to compete. And, so for me, with that just fear of like any cut, being like my last time probably playing ball, it was like, I don't want to feel that no more. I want a security net under me to, if that happens, then I have something that I'm passionate about that I enjoy to fall back on.
Yeah.
That can actually, it's going to provide for me and my family.
Yeah.
It's not going to just be ball. So that's where the biggest shift for me happened, because
I love that. I love that.
It hurts getting cut, bro.
No,
I'll tell you that much.
When
sure. You love football and you've just trained your, butt off to just play and improve yourself. Like, it hurts when you get cut. It's it's deep. So, it's just trying to eliminate that, bro.
Yeah. Through something you're passionate about, it also makes money. I think that's the cool thing about what we try to cover is like, it's possible, but also we know that you're still on your grind and like still have all intentions of scaring the shit out of quarterbacks.
Oh yeah.
Like that's still,
that's what it's now that I have this, this hedge fund in place, my investment's going good. Like, it's just, for me, I feel like I'm just unlocking another confidence, a level of confidence.
Yeah,
it's gonna let me take chances I've never took on the field. I played within a structure because I just didn't want to, have a bad rep or a bad play. I didn't want to take chances and lose that rep and then that be counted against me. Because I lost. But you can't be scared of taking those risks on the field. Like, that's hindering you as a player.
No, for sure, for sure.
That's kind of, I'm excited, bro. I mean, I'm excited about this year for sure. It's, my wife talk about it all the time. It's just, we think it's going to be a good year. So
yeah. Absolutely. I totally believe it. I totally believe it. You don't mind if we switch gears and talk about, so it's June 29th. Okay.
June 29th. Yeah.
2024 for folks listening.
Okay.
And I want to pick your brain on the stock market.
Okay.
And what you're looking at. So, obviously, when we have all the legal disclaimers here on the podcast.
This is going to be funny because, bro, I'm not even in a stock.
Okay.
I don't do stock. I just don't touch stocks.
Yeah. You don't touch stocks. So it's just crypto for you?
Just crypto and Forex.
Let's talk about it. Talk to me. Why don't you touch stocks being a hedge fund?
Well, stocks, the biggest thing we've taken advantage of with with the crypto market and even Forex market is leverage. So, we work with brokers that accept U.S. clients, and we can leverage our dollar. So that's the biggest thing that we love about the markets we're in. With stocks, it's a dollar to the dollar thing. You can only make so much gains off of placing a trade with $1,000 than you can of placing a trade with leverage. You know what I mean? So I've never owned a share in a stock. I day traded it in 2019. Yeah, I'm not a big long-term stock guy.
I was just about to test you on Microsoft and NVIDIA, but forget that.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little Bitcoin, Ethereum. Shit.
Yeah, let's do that.
Are you?
That's more up my alley.
Yeah. What's
I can't even pick a side. You're going to start a war.
Pick a side, man.
Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Solana. What are
Bitcoin
you?
Maxi.
Can you share a little bit about which coins you're into and why you like them?
Yeah, obviously the biggest one is Bitcoin.
Yeah, okay.
So I think 2 years ago I partnered with a company called Bitwage. So I was taking my payroll in Bitcoin.
You were taking your payroll in the Niners in Bitcoin?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, I would allocate maybe 50% during season. Off season, I do 100% to my Bitcoin wallet. So,
whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, 100% of your off season paycheck was in Bitcoin.
Yep.
You crazy?
No, I'm not. I believe that's what it is.
Okay.
So that's it. Once you understand where Bitcoin is, and I read a book called The Gold Standard, just taught me about gold. And when you look back at it, gold is like one of our ancient currencies, and so it holds value. It's an asset that is. I mean, I feel like when in any market crisis, it's going to appreciate. It's going to be valuable. I think our gold prices right now are pretty high, right?
Yeah, I wish I got into Bitcoin 2012, man. We'd be doing this.
All do, bro. Yeah. We all do. But I mean, those guys that believed in it and understood the technology and blockchain and where the money's going, they believed and they got invested early on. So for me, when I break down crypto to people, I just say, hey, it's the world's currency. You can go and use Bitcoin anywhere in the world. Once it's adapted to everyday life, and it's already starting. It's been starting. It's only going to get bigger. You're going to buy coffee in Italy with Bitcoin. You're going to buy coffee in Europe with Bitcoin. It's the world's currency. So the value of that is just only going to skyrocket.
I do believe the international value is there.
Yeah.
Being able, instead of getting screwed with inflation or exchange rates that don't make sense, using a unified sort of currency there.
Yeah.
I think that it's probably the best mainstream use case for Bitcoin, in my opinion.
Yeah. So that alone spiked my interest, and then just when you look at the U.S. dollar and our habits of just printing the dollar and inflation, it kind of just like, how's this money gonna be backed by anything? It's almost not,
Yeah.
So it used to be backed by gold, but you print that much, you kind of start to question,
Yeah.
So you kind of want to be in control of your income and your money. And I felt like Bitcoin was one of the best ways I can, control that, especially for our future.
Okay, so you're big on Bitcoin. That's
big on Bitcoin for sure.
Okay.
I do have other coins I have interest in. I'm not like a lot of Bitcoin and crypto people are like hardcore about got to be Bitcoin all the way, a Bitcoin Max or Ethereum or XRP. There's an XRP army.
Yeah.
But I have interest in all of them.
Okay.
I mean, the utility on each coin is very different. XRP is lightning fast. I love that. Ethereum, I mean, it's super useful. NFT space, the markets and everything that it's done there and generates. It's the crypto world's unreal.
Yeah.
There's tons of liquidity and they market it. It's only going to become bigger with time, man.
Do you think, are you the first ever NFL player to start an AI-centric hedge fund around crypto? I mean, that's a really specific thing. I mean, is there any other NFL players that have ever done this?
Yeah, I don't think there is, bro. I don't really think there is. I really might be around crypto. Yes. A hedge fund. I mean, so you can start a hedge fund and you can invest in real estate. You can do different things. So maybe they have that's where they bring their deals is through, real estate. But I haven't heard of nobody yet, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I really wanted to make it a point to have a hedge fund going into the year and play ball. I want to set a different kind of standard,
That's incredible.
Yeah, bro. It's kind of cool when you think
different.
About it.
It's a trailblazing path, man.
Yeah, it's different. So yeah, the hedge fund stuff though, man, it's really not that complicated. As long as you have deals and you know how to make money and you have the network and connections and trust and relationships with people to really bring the capital in, then all you need is the structure. That's when you hire a good lawyer and you get all the structure down. So you're legally in compliance. And then from there, you guys are just really making money. That's really that simple.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Who is your ideal investor in your hedge fund? You mentioned athletes. Are there any other type of folks that you want participating in your hedge fund?
Yeah.
Let me start off with this. Got to be accredited, right?
Yep, accredited investors.
Which means they have a net worth of $1 million or they have an income of like $200K or more a year.
Exactly. Last 2 years. Yep.
Yeah. So that's a pretty high bar for most Americans.
Bar. Yeah, it is.
Maybe for your teammates, not really, but
yeah, that's kind of where it makes sense. If you've been in the league for 2 years, you pass that. You're a accredited investor. If you want to play league, this is a great way for you to earn extra income. Literally, that can cover your rent. And if you have property, or you're taking care of family, and you have property back there, cover both of those things. So that's the best way to look at it. Yeah.
Your main source is athletes.
Yeah, well, athletes for sure, because I'm relatable to them.
Sure.
I'm playing ball right now. I understand the journey.
Yep.
Like I said, dude, like last 3 years practice squad, like it's a grind. Like we're not getting the same paycheck as an active roster guy. I live in San Francisco or the Bay Area.
Yeah,
rent is
Santa Clara maybe
Santa
more
Clara.
expensive.
Yeah, Santa Clara is more expensive. We got tech around us. You know, $4K minimum for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath place. Wife, daughter. It's expensive. I just made it my point to I just understood the hardship. You know what I mean? I don't want that for nobody else. I see guys come in and out, that are hungry. It's a dream to be in the league. Over the years, it's guys, and you're just like, dang, I hope they have a plan off the field. I hope they have a plan off the field. I hope they have a plan off the field. So I want to give someone that plan.
For sure.
And then, two, for me, it's like, it's going to unlock that level of confidence. I want someone else to feel that too. So they're not stressing like, hey, this is all or nothing. I got all this pressure and all that stuff. I can help alleviate some of that, bring them something that can help them off the field. And then, man, let them go be the athlete and live that dream to its fullest potential. Yeah. Instead of letting all this outside stuff cloud them. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I experienced it.
Yeah.
I knew it. I know it. It sucked. It made it very tough for me. But I'm built for tough situations. So might as well. Yeah. So it's just, that's kind of what, where my attraction toward athletes came, because I can relate and I understand. Toward everyday people, investors, come talk to me. I work with anybody. I'm not opposed to nothing. That's just where I'm able to relate. There's people out there grinding too, looking for, and I understand the hustle. I got a hustler's mindset, man. So, and I respect that grind. So we're just blessed to play ball, bro. So you really got to appreciate it while you do, because when it's done, I've told people, my coach taught me this, Coach Chris, NFL stands for not for long. It's not going to last very long, So going on 8 years, it really sinks in as you get closer to that year 10. So
yeah, you were talking about your returns. 5 years from now, where do you see Barrett Capital?
5 years from now, Barrett Capital might be a VC for sure.
VC?
I think I'll get into the VC space. I will transition from hedge fund. I'll probably keep it going for some clients, but I might get into the VC world.
Wow.
We're already going to start our first, with my partners, our first startup, like I mentioned before, bringing our trading algo to the masses. Through super simple software and tech. So
amazing, man.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, best of luck, man. And once again, salute to your journey, Barrett Capital. I think it's all incredible, and it certainly encapsulates sort of the new athlete, a new era of athlete, and with athletes and assets, man. So, man, this has been another dope episode with my guy, Alex Barrett, San Francisco 49ers defensive and founder of Barrett Capital, the new AI NFL maestro.
Yes, sir.
I bet you've never heard that in a sentence before.
I like that, though. I like that.
But hey, Alex, welcome to the community, man.
Appreciate you, dog.
That was sick.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it. That's a wrap.